Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Talk Football. My name is Liam, and in today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at Tottenham Hotspur, and we're going to see if Ange can pull off a top 4 finish in this season's Premier League race. We are also going to be breaking down the match that just happened today between Manchester United and Tottenham. We're going to go over some of the key features, the talking points from the 90 minutes. We're also going to give some of our thoughts on the game and see how both of these teams are going to look in their next coming matches. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well if you do enjoy the video. And I always set a challenge for all of the people who are watching. I want you to drop an emoji in the chat. So today's challenge is going to be, as you see, I am in Canada. That is where I'm from. The past week has been about negative 40 degrees Celsius. Winter has hit us hard. So I want you to drop an emoji in the comment section describing the weather that you see outside. Could be a snowflake, could be a sun, could be a raindrop, whatever it is. Let me know what your weather is looking like. But yes, welcome to Let's Talk Football. This channel is just that. We're going to talk football. We're going to have a discussion. We're going to break down this topic here today, and I want you guys to get involved in that comment section. Give me your thoughts. Give me your opinions. Agree, disagree. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk football. So yes, Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester United happened today. A 2-2 draw at Old Trafford. Some big talking points actually coming out of this game, as it has big implications of the top 4, top 6 race. Two managers who have been having very different seasons. Erik ten Hag having a lot of pressure on his shoulders, a little bit of dressing room issues. We just seen Jadon Sancho shipped back to Borussia Dortmund, where Manchester United, of course, purchased him from just those few years ago. Whereas Ange, things seem to be going very well. Of course, he left Celtic, my club. He joined Spurs, and things have done well for him. He's had some injury issues. He had some depth issues, but he is seemingly fitting into life in the Premier League. He has been backed by Daniel Levy. They have purchased some players. The bit of a revolution happening there. Of course, Harry Kane is gone, and he's bringing in these new faces, bringing in a new style of play, bringing in a new system, and things seem to be going well for him. Like I did say, the 90 minutes at Old Trafford did end even, a 2-2 draw. Goals being scored by Højlund and Rashford for Manchester United. And for Tottenham, the goals came through Richarlison and Rodrigo Bentancur. Of course, Højlund scoring his second ever Premier League goal. Of course, that long drought, everyone was talking about, what's going on with him. He can score in Europe, but he can't score in the Premier League. The goals seemingly are coming for the young striker. And Marcus Rashford does get on the score sheet, which has been much, much needed. He's been so out of form this year. It's good to see him back to his best, potentially. For Tottenham, the goals came, like I said, from Richarlison, a nice header in the box from a corner kick. He rose highest, the pigeon. And then Rodrigo Bentancur scoring 45 seconds after the kickoff of the second half. So 2 different times Manchester United had the lead, but Spurs come back both times to earn themselves a draw. Now, if we're looking at the numbers, there was only one team on top here. Tottenham, they were by far the better team. Possession-wise, they had 64% to United's 36%. Shots on goal, Tottenham had 6, Manchester United had 2. A 100% shot-to-goal ratio, I guess, for United has to be a positive. We look at passes, Tottenham had 555, 555. Manchester United had 313. Corner kicks even. 13-8 for Spurs. So numbers-wise, one team on top, one team dominating, one team playing the more attacking, possession-based football. So I think both teams will kind of leave that match disappointed with the result. Manchester United, of course, disappointed because they had the lead twice and let it go both times. And Tottenham will be disappointed because they were the better team. They probably deserved more than just a single point. There was some good moments, though, for both sides as well. Like I did mention, Højlund getting on the score sheet. It was really, really neat for him. He needs to get going in the Premier League, that goal scoring, because they are lacking that center forward goal threat. But maybe potentially they've got their man. Of course, they did spend heavy and invest on him, but he is slowly starting to look like a bona fide Premier League goal scorer. Other good pieces of news for Manchester United are players coming back. Casemiro, Martinez, Luke Shaw, they all came back. Much needed reinforcements for the Red Devils. For Tottenham, also positives are, well, they finally got their center back pairing back. Christian Romero and Mickey van de Ven, both are back. That was actually the first time in maybe since November that Ange Postecoglou has been able to put out his first choice back four. Really good to see for him. We also saw a debut for Tottenham of Timo Werner. Yes, he is back in the Premier League on loan at Tottenham. And positives all the way around. He got the assist for Rodrigo Bentancur's goal at the beginning of the second half. He also had the most shots out of anybody in the game. Not on target, but he had the most shots. Classic Timo Werner. In all seriousness, I actually think Timo Werner will do very well under Ange Postecoglou. He kind of suits him. He kind of fits his system. Timo Werner, we all know about his direct and quick pace in behind, which is perfect for an Ange Postecoglou system. If I had to link it back to Celtic, the club that I watch and support, he is a more refined, better player than Daisen Maeda. I mean, that high pace, high tempo, high running, he's always going to chase down a ball. That's exactly what Ange Postecoglou looks for in attacking players. And we know Timo Werner can take a goal. He can score. Yes, he was a meme at Chelsea for all the chances that he missed and shots that went ping, pang, ping, pong, everywhere and anywhere. However, he can take a goal. We've seen him in the past score lots and lots of goals, and I think he will be valuable to Ange Postecoglou for the second half of this season. For Spurs, we also have to remember they're missing a ton of key important players. Heung-min Son is off at the Asian Cup. James Maddison still out injured. Papa Sarr, Bissouma also away with their nation. And Kulusevski was out for this game as well. Overall, I think there were a lot of positives for Tottenham in this 90 minutes at Old Trafford. I think they will, like I did mention, I think they will be disappointed that they didn't leave without more than just a single point. But for a team that is missing so many key components, to go away to United, to put on a performance like that, play the style of football that Ange Postecoglou wants to play, that's the most important thing. They're not diverting back to some poor football or not playing attractive brand football. They're still playing their style, their game. They're not changing just because of who they're missing or who they're playing against. They're playing his system, which from experience I know is one of his core values. We do not change how we play no matter who we play against. And for Manchester United and Erik ten Hag, it's a bit of same old. Only one win in their last 5, which was that comeback victory versus Aston Villa. But the Red Devils find themselves in 7th in the Premier League. They're still in that conversation, of course, of top 4, and I don't put them in a title race. I don't see them because they don't have the goal scoring. Only 24 Premier League goals scored so far this year. They're just not there at the moment. But anyways, enough about Manchester United, enough about the 90 minutes that we just saw at Old Trafford. This is a video about Tottenham and their top 4 hopes. So let's take a look at the current table after 2021 matches played in the Premier League, and let's see what it's looking like. Of course, top of the pile is Liverpool, sitting on 45 points, 20 matches played. They really do look like the team to beat at the moment. However, Manchester City just got Kevin De Bruyne back. Erling Haaland's coming back soon. That team is about to start firing, I think. So I think the title race between the two of them will probably come down to the final match day or two. Of course, City is in second on 43 points, so they are not that far away. The surprise package of the season so far is who is in third at the moment. Aston Villa, also on 43 points. Under good evening Unai Emery, they have been brilliant this year. I think what's most impressive for me is that they've scored 43 Premier League goals, which is the exact same as Liverpool. That is some output for a team that doesn't have the major superstars such as Mohamed Salah or Darwin Núñez or Jota or all the other names that Liverpool do have. Aston Villa have been brilliant. Fourth place is Tottenham's North London rivals, Arsenal. They sit on 40 points with a plus 17 goal difference. Tottenham find themselves in fifth, tied with Arsenal on 40 points. They are only behind the Gunners on goal difference. Tottenham currently sit at plus 13. Just behind Spurs is West Ham in sixth. They are on 34 points. And rounding out the top 7 is Manchester United on 32. So to answer the question very quickly and simply, can Tottenham pull off top 4? 100% they can. They are right there. They are tied with fourth. But I think life could get even better for Tottenham. They are about to go on a run of matches which I think they can win majority of. They do not play a current top 6 team until March the 9th when they face Aston Villa. So up until March the 9th, yes, they have a lot of big, important games, difficult games. There's not a single Premier League game that is easy. And they are still missing quite a few pieces to their puzzle. But I think Ange Postecoglou can get the best out of what he's got, and I think they can go on a bit of a run of decent results. James Maddison is supposed to be back by the end of January. We'll see how long it takes him to get back to full fitness and playing 90 minutes. Of course, Son is away at the Asian Games, and Sarr and Bissouma are off at the African Cup of Nations. So we will see when they return to the squad. I did mention the loan deal for Timo Werner. I think he will really suit Ange ball. And of course, they also did spend money on a new center back, Radu Dragusin. If you're coming to this channel for pronunciations, I don't know what to tell you. This is not the place. I'm so sorry. Pronunciations aren't happening here. But they did spend money on him, the Genoa center back. He, of course, is the replacement for Eric Dyer. He is a much better player than Eric Dyer. I do believe. I think he will adapt very well to the Premier League, to Tottenham. And he also provides much needed depth at center back. So with all of these players coming back and the injury crisis hopefully coming to an end, Ange Postecoglou has come out after the game today and said how confident he is for this second half of the season. He thinks Tottenham can go on a decent run and really put together a string of results. Now, there is a speed bump. There is a bit of a hurdle that Spurs will have to get over. It is April 13 until May 4th. In that time frame, they will be away to Newcastle, home versus Manchester City, home versus Arsenal, and then away to Liverpool. Those 4 games all in a row could be a make it or break it time if Tottenham want to finish in the top 4. I think Ange Postecoglou will hope that going into that run of fixtures, they would have been able to put together decent results to be in a bit of a comfortable place. But I mean, really, the top 4, I don't see many of these teams dropping substantially. I think Man City's only going to get better and better as the year goes on. I think Liverpool are going to be consistently up there. Arsenal, if they can figure out how to put goals in the back of the net, I think they will be well within the conversation of top 2, top 3. Of course, there will be the question mark of, are Aston Villa able to keep this dream start going? Are they able to stay within the top 4? And then teams like West Ham and Manchester United, are they going to be able to find some consistency and really push into those Champions League places? If I had to put money on at the beginning of the season when Ange Postecoglou first got, talked about the Tottenham job, when he first met Daniel Levy, let's say, I think that would have been the conversation. We need top 4 this year. Of course, we're not one of the big boys in terms of challenging for the title, However, we do deserve to be in the conversation of Champions League football. We are a massive club with some fantastic players. We need to be playing in Europe's premier competition. And I do think Ange Postecoglou is the man to get that job done. He seemingly gets the best out of players, and maybe even, those B+ players, those B- players, he's able to push them and become really top level quality players. He can get the best out of the not the best in a sort of words. I would love to hear from you guys. I want to know if you think Tottenham will finish in the top 4, or I would love to hear what you think the top 4 will look like come the final day of the Premier League. I did mention at the beginning of this video to drop an emoji in the chat describing the weather that you see outside. Like I said, Canada, I'm putting snowflakes. It's been absolutely freezing this past week. This has been a bit of a quicker video here on Let's Talk Football. Thank you for checking it out. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. My name is Liam, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.